Bees 22 years ago, Rip Hamilton, etching his name into March Madness lore, named the most outstanding player, leading UConn to its first national title. A big upset over a nearly double-digit favorite Duke Blue Devil team. Rip had 27 points and 7 boards in the victory as UConn got it done and really built up that program. They've won 3 more titles since. Rip, Khalid El-Amin, Jake Voskuhl in his hair. A fun team to watch. We've got Rip Hamilton now. He's a member of our team. Rip, I know you guys were 1 seeds, but 9-point underdogs against a Duke team that had some of the top picks in the NBA draft. Were you guys aware at how everybody in the country was kind of counting you out going into that title game?
Yeah, Chris, I have to disagree with you. We were never an underdog in our book, and we were a team that we felt as though we were the best team in the country all season long. I mean, I had an injury early in the season that put me out of game. We ended up losing, and we ended up going from number 1 to all the way down to number 3. And everybody was on the Duke bandwagon. So we knew that if we made it to the championship game and get an opportunity to play against a loaded Duke team, because they had potential at the time 5 first-round picks on that ball club, we just felt as though if we came out there and played our game, played our style to play, our chances of winning that basketball game very high. So we just came out there, and our motto was shock the world, and that's what we did.
When you look back on that tournament run, I guess what was the shakiest game for you guys in that tournament?
I would have to say Gonzaga. This is before the Gonzaga of now, where they're a top 5 team each and every year. When you look at NCAA basketball, they were on a come up. They were probably one of the toughest teams. They were coached very well. They didn't feel like they were the underdog that game, and they played some really tough, hard-nosed basketball. They made me and Khalid El-Amin work for everything. They were the Cinderella team during that time. So I would have to say Gonzaga was probably one of the toughest, unexpected matchup we played against.
Yeah, that was really when Gonzaga got their start and started to become March darlings, and now undefeated and the tournament champions 22 years later. Rip, you were taken number 7 overall in the draft later that summer. Elton Brand of Duke, number 1 overall. When you look at this NCAA tournament, which NBA prospect are you most looking forward to watch?
Chris, I would have to say Jalen Suggs. I mean, this kid is a man on a mission. He's just different than everybody else in college basketball. And he's only a freshman. I mean, it shows from his aggressive play out on the floor that he used to play. He was a high school All-American in football. I mean, this guy makes all the big shots. He makes all the big plays down the stretch. He doesn't play like a freshman. The one thing about Gonzaga that's different than the previous years, they have a go-to guy, a guy down the stretch that they believe in, that's going to want to take the big shot. He's going to want to guard the best player on the floor, and he is the it factor for them. So I would have to say Jalen. I mean, he's the guy that I feel as though is the top 3 pick, whoever gets him in the NBA draft.
He is right now number 2 in our latest mock draft from Kyle Boone on CBSSports.com. Number 1 is Cade Cunningham, who plays for the Oklahoma State Cowboys, a number 4 seed in the tournament. How about a sleeper team that you think is going to make a run in the tournament?
Hey, Chris, if I don't give my UConn Husky props, my name is not Rip Hamilton. And all the former like Ray Allen, Ben Gordon, Caron Butler, they'll be super upset with me, especially this time of the year. I'm going with UConn. I mean, we're a number 7 seed. This is our time of the year. If you look at us in previous years, these are the games that we step up. We're ready to play. Dan Hurley's going to have this group of guys prepared and being ready to make a run in the NCAA tournament. We lost a tough game against Creighton. James Boatwright got injured in that game, and I thought that was a big wasn't a plus for us that he wasn't at full health. But if he's at full health and he's able to come out and showcase his game, very similar to what he's been doing in the regular season, I believe UConn can make a run. I don't know about a national championship, but maybe a Sweet 16 or a Final Four, but I think we're capable of doing that.
Yeah, they've made runs as low seeds before in 11-3 this season with James Bouknight. How about a pick to win it all? UConn, you think, is going to make a run, but if you just had to pick one team out there to win it, who is it?
I would have to say Gonzaga. I'm riding the bandwagon. I'm riding that undefeated train that they got going on. They have everything. I mean, they got great veteran guys on the team that understand how to win. They got guys on their ball club that understands their role. They're tough. They're one of the most complete teams that I have ever seen in probably like the last 10 years. And then you got a guy like Suggs, who's a finisher, a guy that can finish ball games. So I just believe that they have great coaching. They got the right personnel, and they understand the big picture that they want to win an NCAA championship. So they're my pick.
2-1 favorites to win the whole thing and go coast to coast as an unbeaten. That would be the first time in 45 years that a team has done that. Indiana 1976 the last time. Rip Hamilton, always fun talking to you in March and reminiscing about those great days at UConn. Eye on College Basketball podcast. You're going to have to like scroll down because there's 4 or 5 brand new episodes that Matt Norlander and Gary Parrish just recorded. 4 separate ones breaking down each individual region.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.